Good morning everyone, it's Tuesday the 16th of June today. I thought I'd do it on Tuesday today. Let's have a little workout, quick half an hour workout for you. So starting with those toes facing forwards, big shoulder roll, just to quickly warm up. Drawing the arms up to the ceiling, take the arms out and then gently release. And again, reaching up and release. Last one. Fantastic. Let's draw the arms forward this time, up to shoulder height, palms facing into one another. Keep the hips facing forward, drawing back the right elbow, and then reaching forwards. And again, so just drawing back, just a gentle rotation in that waist, and bring it forwards. And again, drawing back, and releasing forwards. And again, pull back. So imagining that you're pulling back with that bow and arrow, just a gentle rotation, and the other side. So let's add the opposite leg this time. So we're going to pull back with the right elbow, drawing up the left knee, little balance, and releasing forwards, and then the other side. And releasing forwards, and again. So drawing back, lifting the knee, and releasing, and then the other side. And release forward. One more on each side, and again. And last time. And then gently release it forward. Just release those arms this time, reaching up with those arms, just bending the knees, just release the arms and reach up. And again, two more here. And your last one. And then gently release the arms to the side. Gently release them, let them rotate around that waist. Just keep the knees nice and soft. And just a couple more here. And then when you're ready, just gently bring it back to the centre. Gently drop that chin to your chest, just gently rounding through the spine. Release the arms, let the head dangle. Rolling down towards those toes, soften your knees if you need to. And again, pushing through the feet and gently rolling back up to the top. And again, exhale, chin to chest. So rounding through the spine, releasing the arms, and then gently rolling back up to the top. So last one here, and again, chin to chest, rolling all the way down, and then gently rolling back up to the top. Fantastic, just hold it at the top for me. So let's have a little balance exercise while we're here as well. So we're going to take those hands, those hips, and we're going to just gently lift that right knee up first. So if you're feeling a little wobbly, just keep your toe on the floor, otherwise just lifting the knee up, just level with those hips, and then gently release. Other side, drawing in, lifting the knee, and then releasing. And again, so right leg lifts up, and then releasing, and then that left leg. And then gently releasing. So this time, see if you can lift the knee up, but gently close those eyes. This time, just balance at the top. And then gently releasing. And again, so just closing the eyes, lifting the knee up, just holding for that balance, and then releasing to the floor. So if you feel wobbly, yep, you can just keep your eyes open, lifting the knee, and then releasing. Or if you're comfortable, just closing the eyes nice and gently, lifting the knee, balance, draw that belly in to stabilise, and then gently releasing to the floor. Now this time I want you to take that right foot in front of your left foot. So imagine that you're balancing on a tightrope and just holding here. And then just gently draw the leg behind. So you're just switching legs. Hold. And again, lifting the leg forwards. And then taking the leg behind. So just touching the back of that heel. And then releasing that leg. Let's change over to the other side. So again, left foot forwards, just touching the back of the heel to the toes. And then the other side, so take it behind, holding. And again, take the leg forwards. And then take it behind. Fantastic. And then gently release that foot. So let's try and do that same thing this time with your eyes closed. You can take your arms out to the side for a little bit of balance as well if you want to. So just gently close the eyes, take that foot forwards, touching the back of the heel, holding, and then gently draw it behind. Yeah, so nice and gentle. Remember, you're not taking the feet up or anything, guys. And again, draw it forwards. So find your balance. Hold. Yeah, open your eyes if you need to. And then gently take it behind. Yeah, a little bit wobbly there, yeah. Fantastic, and gently release. Let's change over to the other leg. So again, arms out to the sides or hands on those hips, taking the foot forward, holding, and again, drawing that belly in, taking the leg behind, just touching the back of that heel. And again, draw the leg forward, holding, and last time, take it behind. Touch the back of the heels, holding, and then gently releasing. Just give those legs a quick shake off for me, guys. So I'm just going to go from a side point of view, guys, okay, because I'm folding forward this time. Now, if you don't want to take your legs up off the floor, you remember you can keep your toes down on the floor if you need to, or you can keep your eyes open if that's easier. So we're going to just gently fold forward, and we're going to lift that right leg behind. So just folding forwards, keeping your knees nice and soft. Holding, just draw that belly in, and then gently release it back up. Let's change over to the other leg. So again, extending that left leg behind, folding forward from those hips, drawing the belly in, stabilising as much as you can, and then gently release. So if you can add the arms, we're going to do that as well. So again, drawing the arms forward, extending the leg behind. So we're trying to have a nice horizontal position with that leg and those arms, and then gently release it to the floor, changing over to the other leg. So again, extending the leg behind, folding forward from those hips, extending the arms forwards, and then gently release it back to floor. So one more on each side, and again, folding forwards, lifting the leg behind, trying to find that nice horizontal position, and then releasing, and your last one here. So just holding, and then gently release it to the floor, or hold on to the wall like I just did there. Okay, give your legs a quick shake out for me, guys. So let's start with some upper body work, yeah? So let's just gently drop that chin to your chest, rounding, releasing down towards the toes, walking that hands forward onto the mat. So we're in that plank position. So remember, bottoms down, back is nice and long, and hold. Now if you need to, you can drop down onto your knees, release your toes, and hold in this position, yeah? So just hold. So shoulders away from those ears, neck is nice and long, pull the belly button in, contracting the core. Last 3, 2 more, 1, and then gently push that tailbone up just to give it a release as well. So stretching into down facing, and then gently releasing down onto the knees. Push your bottom back towards your heels and have a quick stretch. Fantastic. Gently release onto those bottoms then. So staying with that upper body work, this time we're going to have the toes facing forward with a gap between your leg. We're going to gently extend the arms behind with the fingers facing in the same direction as your toes. Okay, so don't turn them out to the back, okay guys? Do have them forward. If you want to take them out to the side, if that's more comfortable, you can do. Yeah, but the preference is to have the fingers facing in the same direction as your toes. So we're going to go into that back support this time. So we're taking a nice deep breath in. As you exhale, we're going to lift the hips up and bring yourself into a tabletop position, yeah? And then gently release it to the floor. Yeah, so see how you get on with that one. You can extend your legs away or one leg extend if that's your preference as well. So again, deep breath in, exhale and lift. So you want that nice diagonal position down from the toes up to the tops of the shoulders, just holding. And then gently release it to the floor. So one more here then, and again, exhale, lift. And hold. So draw that belly in, support that body. Last 2, One more, and then gently release it to the floor. Folding forwards and stretch it away. Okay, let's bring ourselves down onto the floor, then shuffle your bottom down to the mat. Bring yourself all the way down onto your supine, onto your backs, making sure those toes are facing forwards, gap between those legs, and release the arms down by your sides. So let's start with a nice easy leg lift. Yep, so we're taking a deep breath in. As you exhale, we're drawing the belly button to the mat, just gently floating that right knee on top of your hip, and then lifting the leg to the ceiling. Gently bend the knee and release it to the floor. Other leg, so here we go, float the knee on top, lift to the ceiling, gently fold and release to the floor. One more on each side. So again, knee comes on top, lift the leg to the ceiling, gently fold the leg and release it to the floor. One more time, and again, knee on top, lift to the ceiling, folding and release it to the floor. Let's try both legs this time. So we're going to lift both knees on top of the hips, hold, lift the legs to the ceiling, bend the knees and release it to the floor. So if that's too difficult, make sure you stay with your single legs. And again, drawing down through the belly as you lift the knees on top, extend the legs to the ceiling, gently bend the knees and then release it to the floor. Let's go back to that single this time, but we're going to add that curl as well. So we're going to lift the knee on top, lift the head and shoulders up, extend, and then release it to the floor. Other leg, so again, head and shoulders lift up, so you're curling up, bringing that rib cage closer to your hip bone, lift the leg to the ceiling, bend, and release it. Double legs if you can, so here we go, head and shoulders lift up, lift to the ceiling, bend, and release it to the mat. And again, and release it to the floor. 3 more here, and again, head and shoulders lift, so warming up those core muscles and those legs, and lower. 2 more, and again, head and shoulders lift up, lift the legs, bend, and release it to the floor. Last one, and again, head and shoulders lift up, lift the legs up, bend the knees, and then gently release it to the floor. Fantastic. Take the arms out to the sides this time. Just going to move along my mat, so I've got a bit of space. So arms are coming out, just level with your shoulders, chin tucked in, neck is nice and long. So deep breath in as you exhale, taking both your knees towards the right side. So we're not going to drop them all the way over. And again, drawing back up to the top. So just warming up your oblique muscles. And again, exhale, both knees go over towards your left side. And again, drawing in and lift back to the top. So do make sure that every time you do the exercise, that you're pulling down through the belly button as you take your legs over, hold it, and then again, drawing in to lift back up to the top. And again, exhale, hold, and exhale, lift to the top. So let's float the knees on top of the hips if you can. Double legs, holding here. So again, exhale, we're going to lower your right leg towards your right side and hold. Then we're going to draw your left leg over, hold, and again bring the left leg up, and then bring the right leg up. Other side. So here we go, left leg goes down first, hold, take the other leg over, keep a gap between your legs still, and again, single, and then single, and again, right leg, left leg, hold, and again, leg comes back up to the top, and then right leg comes back up, left leg, good, and again, bring the leg to the top, and bring the other leg to the top. Now see if you can do both legs together. Here we go, both legs over towards your right side, locking that left shoulder blade to the floor, and then drawing back up to the top. And again, other side. Holding, and then drawing back up to the top. Last two, and again, over to your right side, holding, and exhale, lift, and again, exhale over to your left, hold, keeping an eye on that shoulder blade, and again, draw back up to the top. You've got one more on each side, and again, over to your right, hold, back to the top, and then over to your left side. Yes, just keep your head in the centre. I'm just looking, look at the camera, and again, draw back up to the top. So both knees come in towards your chest to give yourself a quick rest. And then gently release the feet back to the floor. Okay, so let's gently bring those heels nice and close to your bottom. A little bit of work on your pelvic floor muscles. So remember, drawing in through your front and back passage if you're female, and if you're a guy, you're pulling in through the back passage, okay? Try not to squeeze your bottom too tight, okay, guys? Do draw the internal muscles in, which are really important to work, okay? No matter what age you are, okay? It's really good to work them because they can weaken through time as well. So deep breath in, exhale, here we go. Gentle pelvic tilt, here we go. Start to pull in through your pelvic floor muscles as you draw up onto the shoulder blades. Okay, you can lift, yeah, a little bit higher if you want to, but if you prefer to be a little bit lower, for whatever reason, okay, your back starts to ache or it pulls down the back of your quads, okay, do make sure you take that bridge a little bit lower than higher. And then gently exhale, release. So again, exhale, here we go, gentle pelvic tilt, peeling the bottom off the floor, lifting the vertebrae one by one, pushing into the feet just to help lift up in that bridge as well. Holding here. And exhale, release. One more here, and again, deep breath in, exhale, here we go, pelvic tilt, lifting, slowly up, drawing in through the pelvic floor muscles, and let's see if you can hold it here. So just holding in this position, try not to let your knees fall out to the sides, just hold, and then exhale, release. So next time we're going to be lifting the feet off the floor, okay, so if you're not comfortable, just come up and down into your bridges in your own time, whichever feels comfortable for you. So again, deep breath in, exhale, here we go, gentle pelvic tilt, peeling the bottom off the floor, start to lift the hips up. So come into that comfortable position, remember, small gap between those legs. So here we go, exhale, we're going to lift that right leg away, and then releasing to the floor. And left leg. Extend, and then gently releasing. Other leg, so right leg extends and release. So I just take it out level with my knee line and release. And again. Two more on each leg if you can. Exhale, extend, and releasing. Left leg. One more on each side. Right leg extends, and left leg. And release the foot, and exhale, gently releasing. Bring the knees in, hug it in, just give it a rock side to side to release. Fantastic, yeah. Placing one foot to the floor when you're ready, just gently use that leg to help you roll yourself back up to the top. So just stay seated on your mat. I'm just going to come in this direction so you can just have a look first of all. We're going to extend the arms away. And we're going to take a deep breath in. As you exhale, we're doing that pelvic tilt. We're rounding and we're rolling back towards the mat. Just holding here. And then we're going to exhale, rotate over towards your right side. Back to centre. And then over to your left side. Back to the centre, holding. Right leg's going to lift up off the floor. And release. And then left leg off the floor. Releasing and then rolling back up to the top and reaching forward for those toes. So from a side point of view, yep, feet down on the floor, arms extend away, back is nice and long to start. Exhale, pelvic tilt, rounding, rolling back towards the mat, holding. Here we go, rotate to your right, back to centre, and over to your left. Back to centre. Here we go, right leg lifts up off the floor, releasing, and left leg off the floor. Releasing and rolling back up and reaching forward for those toes. So again, lifting back up, let's try that one again. Deep breath in, exhale, pelvic tilt, rounding and roll. Good, add that rotation. Here we go to the right, back to centre, and to the left. Back to centre. Here we go, right leg lifts away, release, and left leg lifts away. And release, and roll back up, and reaching for the toes. Again, deep breath in, exhale, here we go, pelvic tilt, rounding, right side, centre, left side, back to centre, and again, right leg, release, left leg, release, roll back up, reach. One more time, lifting up, exhale, rounding, roll, so you can roll back a little bit further if you want to, just depends how strong your belly is. And again, rotate right, back to centre, left, centre, and again, right leg, left leg, release, rolling back up, and extend those hands towards those toes. So extending those legs away. Let's go into spine stretch forward, hands down by your sides, back is nice and long. Deep breath in, exhale, chin to chest, rounding over those legs, reaching those hands forward towards those toes. Nice stretch to have after those roll ups. And again, inhale, rolling back up to the top and drawing up. And again, so if you find your hamstrings a little bit tight, okay, don't roll so far forward, okay, maybe soften your knees if that's easier as well, because we're just trying to focus on that spine stretch more than anything else. And again, rolling back up to the top. So vertebra by vertebra, stacking back up to the top. Exhale. So each time you come forward, you might find you can reach a little bit further. Give it a really good stretch. And again, inhale, drawing back up to the top. Two more here, and again, exhale, chin to chest, rounding and reaching. And inhale, drawing up. Last one, and again, chin to chest. And then gently, when you're ready, roll yourself back up to the top. Fantastic. Just reach the arms up, have a big stretch. Give it a quick stretch away. And then gently release. So let's see if we can roll all the way to the floor. So into that full roll down this time. So we're going to extend the arms away. Taking a nice deep breath in. As you exhale, pelvic tilt, rounding through the spine. Just gently roll. And then gently drawing back up. So you don't have to come all the way to the floor. So if you know you really struggle to come back up to top, okay, don't bring yourself into that position. Just come to where you're comfortable. So if it's only here, that's absolutely fine. Hold it for a few seconds and then rolling back up to the top. And at any point you need to stretch, always reach for those toes to do the counter stretch as well. So again, bring yourself back up, shoulders away, back is nice and long. Deep breath in, exhale, pelvic tilt, rounding and roll. Yeah, so you don't have to come all the way to floor, quite close to the mat. And again, drawing in and lifting back up. And then again, stretch forward if you need the counter stretch as well. Yeah, but for those of you who are happy to come all the way to the floor, yeah, you go all the way down to the mat. And exhale, float the arms forward, head and shoulders lift. Remember, hands can go behind the thighs. If you just need that little bit, yeah, there, yeah, do make sure you reach for those thighs rather than pulling on your body. And again, lifting up, exhale, pelvic tilt, rounding and roll. And again, exhale, float the arms forward, head and shoulders lift, drawing back up to the top and reaching forwards. Last one here, here we go, lifting up, and again, exhale, pelvic tilt, rounding, and again, float the arms forward, head and shoulders lift, and then reaching forward to stretch it off as well. So just gently slide your bottom down the mat a little bit. Bring yourself all the way down to the floor. So we're back on the mat. Okay, let's bring those knees in towards your chest this time. And we're going to reach down for those ankles. So we're going to go into that double leg stretch. So remind yourself, okay, basic option is to keep your head on the floor. And then as you exhale, you extend the arms and legs to the ceiling. Inhale, you sweep the arms around. And then you draw the knees back in. If you want to make it slightly harder, you will lift the head and shoulders up off the floor, bringing the rib cage closer to your hip bones, and you're here as well. So inhale and exhale, lift, inhale, sweep, and draw it in. If you want something harder, please just take your legs off at an angle, and in. Off we go, 5 here. So here we go. Exhale, extend, inhale, sweep in. So notice, I don't drop my head and shoulders, they stay lifted. And again, 3, and in. And again, 4, and in. Last one, 5, and in. And then draw the knees in towards your chest. So let's add that side kicking with it this time as well. So we're going to go into your double leg stretch, and then we're going to roll onto one side for your side kick, and then back into double leg stretch. So just have a quick look if you're not sure, just to remind yourself. So here we go, double leg stretch first. So we push out, hold, and in. Yeah, so this is your double leg stretch. We were doing it earlier. Here we go. Into side kick, I roll onto my side, and I extend away and balance, yeah, perfectly on my side. And again, I draw it in, and I go onto the other side. And again, drawing in. Yeah, let's give it a go. So let's do 2 double leg stretches, and then we'll go into one side kick, whichever side you want to, yeah? So here we go. Bring it up, and again, exhale. In, and exhale. Here we go, in, onto the side. Shifting onto the side, into your side kick, yeah? Try to reduce that wobble if you can, balance. And again, in, other side. And again, in. Now when you roll on your side, okay guys, I want you to see if you can pick up that waist a little bit off that floor, okay? Create a little gap underneath. And again, in, and side. So one side will be easier than the other, okay? One side you'll find it's really easy to balance, and then one side you'll find it's a little bit wobbly, okay? You just got to find that balance there. And again, in, and exhale. One more on each side, and again, draw it in, and push away. Last time here, and again, in, and balance. Good, and draw it back into the centre. Bring the head to the floor, hug it in, just gently rock side to side. Fantastic. When you're ready, just place one foot to the floor, bring that knee in, just gently roll yourself back up to the top. Okay, just to give that spine a bit of a massage as well, let's finish off with that rolling like a ball exercise. So we're just going to do a few, okay, it's quite a nice way to finish off, okay? So pushing back onto your sit bones, up onto your tiptoes, hands behind the back of your thighs, back is nice and long. So we take a deep breath in as you exhale. Remember, it's a gentle pelvic tilt rounding, rolling back towards your shoulder blades, drawing in and drawing back up to the top and balance, yeah? So I'm going to keep my feet off the floor, but you can touch the floor if you need to, yeah? And again, rounding, rolling, and lift to the top. Drawing up. And again, to try and maintain that shape throughout the exercise. Last one. And again, exhale, pelvic tilt, drawing up, and hold it here, guys. Fantastic. Okay, just gently extend your legs away. Reaching forward, have a quick stretch. Yeah, maybe take their hands over to one side. Have a quick stretch on that spine. And draw it back into centre, over to the other side. Draw it back into centre, reaching up. Stretch away with those arms. And then gently release out to sides. Just roll the shoulders around just to release. As always, yeah, have a stretch at home if you need to, a little bit more of a stretch than I've done. Okay, I will record again at the weekend for you. Hope you're all very well and safe, and I hope to see you soon. Take care.